Oh my God, it is a gorgeous day outside. I'm looking and I'm desperate to get out and ride on my pony basically. So we're going to do this, not quickly today, but we're doing one plant today, guys. Welcome. Hello. My name is Kaylee Ellen. Welcome to a Repot With Me. Excuse me while I try and, oh my God. Oh, my potting mat, my flaccid potting mat it's not doing me a solid. If you know of any good potting mats that are affordable, by the way, let me know. Something that's a nice, modest colour. I don't like mad designs. Look how flaccid this is. Literally, like, I can't, like, look at it. This is terrible. If only I could, like, starch it or something and, like, make it harder. I don't know. Maybe that would be useful. Right, this is actually like borderline broken on this end. Okay, anyway, hello, hi, and welcome. Today we're going to repot this guy. Honestly, I've just filmed a video where I rank heart-shaped philodendrons. I don't know what order you're going to see everything in, right? I think you probably have seen it by this point. Not sure. Not actually sure. But literally, guys, I was talking about this and I was like, you know what? I've got like a burning urge to basically repot it. So I'm going to do that today. He's not grown the best, right? We'll lift him up in this pot just because he is still a bit watery because he's been in leca. I took a one-leaf cutting from him in the shop a long time ago. So he's had very minimal damage considering that, and I mean a long time ago. He's all I've got. In complete neglect, he's grown like this. Now, this is absolutely not what I would like to have in my life, right? But I'm thinking we could mount him on a pole and we can sort of gather him like this, right? Just stay with me. See the vibe? See the vibe? Hang on, let me put it in front of me again. Okay, like this. And we can make him look sexual and sexy and cute and whatever else, because I'm going to use, I do have bendy moss poles. Now, they're on standby, but I'm still going to crack out, I think, a trusty Dust Pro. I mentioned these 1,000 times before. I love them. These are ideal for moss pole haters, essentially. Plant that in the bottom, and when you need another pole, you add one in the top. I would have, but I think there's a Monstera over here that looks taller that I think I just slapped it in. Oh, it's on the tie. I didn't really need to do that, but I just went boom. I walked over and put one in. That's how easy it is to do your maintenance. So I'm going to use one of them, but obviously when it gets potted into this white pot, it's only going to come up about that far. So what more do we want? What more do we want? So that's what I'd like to do today. I do have some wonderful green Velcro tape that we're going to use to help us. And I honestly think, guys, we can get this looking quite Instagram worthy. Is it amazing? No. Is the new growth going to look better than the bottom? Yes. If it comes to it, I will take another cutting and root it and carry on, okay? I don't know how this is going to work out. I just saw him and I was like, it's time. It's time to get back into Philodendron Glorious. So we're just going to have a nice chilled time and we're going to repot stuff. Sorry if you see a shit ton of shit on the table. I would probably zoomed you in past it because it looks a bit gross right now. Pepsi Max, it's cold, it's fresh, it's whatever. I've started drinking it through a straw. There's no other reason, guys, other than it tastes better. I know, really weird. Someone said cats, I want to see the cats. You know what it is? Every time I've filmed in here for a while now, the cats have not been in. Now, I think there was only one video where I put them out to film, but they wanted to be in. Most of the time, they kind of don't, which is, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. 2 seconds, guys. I need to get something to put this lecker in. But they're very cutesy. They're fine. They're just asleep next door because I'm filming this now at like 1:30 in the afternoon. This is like between like 1 and 3:30. They just sleep. They just sleep. I'm still finding the light in here. I've filmed 3 videos today and I'm still finding the light. Love that for me. But anyway, yeah, they're absolutely fine. I will try and get them to come in at some point. I think it just depends on when I'm filming. Previously, I was filming later in the day because I would like do shop stuff during the day or something like that. Then I would come home and have to film or whatever it was, you know, towards the end. But at the moment, I'm trying to film when it's nice because I can. So I'm going to very quickly, guys, just get this lecker out because I want to see what we're working with. And I have no idea what this is going to be like. Please don't be rotted. I can't cope. Okay. Well. It's not great. It's not great, guys. Can you see maybe what that looks like. It's not amazing, that. I'm going to try and remove the dead bits off it, and then we will see what happens with it. Let me just get rid of this lacquer because it's unsightly. Do you know what I mean? Oh my God, no. No. Stop. I just knocked the lacquer down from the cabinet. Love that. I'll have to pick that up before the cats come in, because they will try to eat the lacquer and they will probably break their little teeth. So yeah, they're absolutely fine. Do not worry about it. Yeah, it's not the worst roots I've seen, but we do have a lot of bits of rot. So there's not a lot you can do but remove it, guys. I will definitely root boost it. But luckily, because these are all like hairline roots, I can just sort of very gently pull it off. I will say one thing as well, by the way. At some point, we are going to get interrupted because I have a package coming between 1 and 2, and it's now 1:30, and it hasn't arrived yet. So at some point, I will have to run to the door and answer it because I have a pair of trainers arriving, because the pair of trainers I have that I'm using for the gym, I have different pairs of trainers for different things. I know you can relate if you go to the gym. Like if I've got cardio, I'll wear like some Nike Air Maxes or something like that. If I'm lifting, you name it, Converse Vans, you know, the usual. But my cardio shoes, for whatever reason, before I could drive, I used to walk to the gym all the time. It'd be about half an hour's walk. But because I did it rain or shine, my wonderful Nike Air Maxes got absolutely ruined. They just, like, the paint's come off them. I thought the white trainers were just white, but it's almost like they've been painted. Ew. So the real colour is like an off-white. They're just so scruffy. They're frayed around where the ankles are. Like, they've had an absolute brutalisation. But they wouldn't have, obviously, had I been driving to the gym, because I'll just get in and do steps on a treadmill, or if I'm out walking and doing something else, I wouldn't wear those trainers. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, really. So I bought some more, but the cool thing about me buying set trainers is, essentially, guys, I have little tiny feet. I'm only a size 3 UK. So I'm very, very small. It's not the smallest feet I've ever seen. Nicola, my personal trainer friend, has, I think she's size 2. I thought I was small. Jesus Christ. But the cool thing about that is I get to buy junior size. So whereas, say, a pair of Nike Air Maxes, the lovely white one, is like £125 for like an adult size 3, I can just go and get a junior size 3 for about £55. Now, I did go and actually look on like Vinted and stuff like that to see if there was any like second-hand pairs going that were in good enough condition and save some money. But 2 things about that. One, I feel like you can get a lot of fakes. For Nike, you can get a lot of fakes. And I'd rather, if I was going to pay the money, I'd rather pay for it and have it the real thing. Now, that's got nothing to do with being like a brand snob. That is literally down to a quality issue. Do you know what I mean? It needs to be the right thing. But I couldn't find anything on Vinted, so I thought, you know what? I'm just going to get them. So I've bought them, but I'll not start wearing them until like the weather that is outside that you can't see, but it's gorgeous. It's like that a bit more often in summer or whatever. So I'll still keep wearing the nasties, but I've got the nice ones to wear, or vice versa. If it's a disgusting day or whatever, then I'll wear the other ones. That said, I am driving to the gym. So yeah, fair. On that, actually, a couple of people were asking me like, how's it going? How's your fitness going? Hang on. Hold that thought. That's my doorbell. Oh, you'll hear this because I'm mic'd up. I've got them. They're in here. Right. So anyway, as I was saying, most people probably know by now. Not everyone probably knows, but enough people know. I'm doing like a fitness transformation thing. I'm doing a thing, guys, and I thought I'll film it for you, like kind of like vlog style, and I'll check in with you in 6 months. So I'm doing a bit of a fitness transformation at the minute. I've spoken about this on my podcast. So if you want to see the current recent episode, as of posting this episode of the podcast where I talk about New Year's resolutions and stuff like that and why I think they're shit, basically. I do mention this sort of stuff in there, so I won't bore anybody for people that have not seen that and don't want to. But yeah, I'm starting a fitness transformation, but make no mistake, guys, my transformation is to actually get bigger. It's not to get smaller or skinny or anything like that. It's actually to build muscle and be stronger. That is my, 100% goal. So I've been doing that all of January. I was in a mild calorie deficit to sort of tidy up. And I'm phasing into a surplus now. And I'm just starting to hit the point where I'm enjoying myself and I get to have slightly carbier snacks. So I've had my breakfast this morning. I've had a protein cereal. I know it's processed, but I love it. Then I filmed 2 videos. And in between those videos and setting up for this one, I've had 2 slices of toast with Marmite on them. And I'm buzzing because all through January, I would not have had enough carbs in my day to just have a snack that was carbs, if that makes sense. Protein had to go into everything. So I've had my carby snack and I am vibing. But I'm doing that, and honestly, if you follow, I will put it on the screen for you, the Kaylee Ellen Unfiltered Instagram, I do, bitch and moan about fitness on there. The more this goes on, I probably am going to make that channel slightly fitness related, I think. I think that other YouTube channel has, it doesn't know what it is yet. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing podcasts on it, and I always want to talk about LGBTQ plus stuff like that, relationships, friendships, life advice, business advice. But I think fitness is becoming such a massive part of my life. It feels really weird leaving it out. I understand leaving out on this channel. This channel is about plants. Yes, some personal stuff, but you get what I mean. It's not really for that. But the other channel, there's plenty of room for that. And you know what? You see so many fitness influencers, they're either super fit and they've done it for years and they look great, or you see the other types where they've never gone to the gym before, they're maybe a higher body fat percentage and they're starting their journey to fitness through calorie deficit, right? I think it could be really interesting to show the other side of it, which is to do it from being basically skinny, so skinny to strong, and then show people through a calorie surplus, what happens and stuff like that. And I just think that I could have something to offer the YouTube space based on that, because a lot of the fitness transformations from skinny to strong and stuff like that, a lot of them are men, and there's nothing wrong with that. All of the fitness YouTubers I watch are actually men. Literally every single one of them. Love them. But I think it could be a cool thing to do from that perspective. So I actually really want to do that. I'm looking forward to do that. I'll just trickle it out. You might see a random video pop up at some point if it's just what I eat on a deficit, what I eat on a surplus, stuff like that. There'll just be bits and pieces. And the main transformation, it'll be done not quite the same as when I did the documentary on this channel, but it's like a documentary vlog thing. So it's not overly epic. It's actually showing the progression of me, my workouts, my strength, bits of diet, all the things. And hopefully there will be something happening in 6 months. And it's interesting for me because I don't know what I can achieve in 6 months. I've tried things by myself, but I've made the same pitfalls that most people do when they try and get healthy. Too much cardio, too much of a deficit, and you don't, you look good, but you look slim, muscly, lean. I don't want to look like that. I want to look bigger. So honestly, I'm excited. I'm having fun. I'm doing really well in the gym as well. If any of you I use a workout app for my workouts, and I'm only recommending this because I did that with Goodreads and loads of y'all followed me. But I use a workout app called Heavy, H-E-V-Y, and I record all my workouts on there. I'm assuming my name on there is just Kaylee Ellen. If you want to follow me and you want to track my workouts, then feel free. I would love to follow some people on there because I like to see what other people are doing. But honestly, personal opinion, my workouts are quite funny because I will frequently insult myself or make fun of myself in a fun way all the time. So if you want that level of entertainment on your workout feed, feel free to add me. I will gladly accept. But yeah, all good things, guys. So that's definitely something I've been doing. I am over a month in now. I'm approaching a month and a half in. It's going to be interesting to navigate next week. Now, I think you're seeing this. I will have just gone. I might have just gone yesterday. If you are seeing this next Tuesday, I'm not sure when these are coming out. But at some point that you're watching this, I am in Ireland basically I'm going to go see my girlfriend for a week. She's bought a kitten. So I'm taking that over because she's bought a kitten from my breeder that has the boys. I'm going to take that over. I'm having a tattoo while I'm over there. I know. Then we've got Valentine's and then I come back, basically. Super excited for the tattoo. So basically, because we're here, this is my arm. I don't know if I've ever talked through anybody what the plan is for my arm. Please excuse my lack of muscle. We're only at the beginning, okay? We're only at the beginning. So my plan for my arm is I want a sleeve. I don't really want anything on this arm. I just want one sleeve and I actually want the other leg and glute done. That's my starting point for tattoos. That's where I want my starting balance, if that makes sense, okay? So at the minute I have this little number on my shoulder and then obviously I have my snake. I've had a few problems with the snake. I've had to have it fixed because it turns out the tattoo artist that did it originally was Not as good as I thought she was. I don't know if I've ever talked about that in detail. But anyway, the thing I'm having done is I want a sleeve, but I don't want, at the moment, I don't want full elbow coverage. I want it to kind of almost like fade out into like 2 half sleeves and just see what that looks like. I wouldn't make the decision to fade out until I knew I didn't want to cover the elbow area. So some of the details would have to not be added. Otherwise, I think if you add the details and then you want to put something there, it's going to look stupid and you've kind of like messed with your real estate. But the thing I'm having added when I go over is I want a nice big death moth here. Because why not? I want a death moth and then I want some florals to like integrate it into the rest of the arm. So I'll keep working down here. That's probably all I've got time for and I can afford. When I'm over there, at some point we're going to have to, we're going to have to address this side of the arm. It's up to the tattoo artist what she wants to do, the size of it, where it goes, it's been properly drawn up, everything else. But that's kind of what I'm going to have and I'm so excited for it. Because at the minute, I just look like I have this because the clothes I wear, even in the gym, you can't actually see this. And I think it's just going to look really sick having like that covered and it's just going to look really good. And then when I have muscles in like 12 months, it's going to look even better. Imagine like the delt cap and the bicep and the tricep and all of that. Oh, it's going to look good. So that's my plan anyway. I sent off, I'll put it in, why not? Why not? We're chatting. I'll put in the reference photo here of like the main reference I sent. I sent a couple of different references to her, but that's like the main one of like the vibe I want. Only I think on this picture that I'm showing you, I don't know if it had like daisies on there. I'm not a daisy gal. She'll know that. I'm a peony gal, but we're going to have to incorporate something else probably. That's what I mean when I say I want it incorporated, because really this is just going to be patched up to be a sleeve, right? So that's the vibe anyway. Hope you all like it. I'm very excited. I will of course show you it. Honestly, if you're following my Instagram, because when this comes out, if it comes out on Tuesday the 11th, I'm having it done on Wednesday. So at some point on Wednesday, depending on how it's covered, I will be showing you. And if I don't, I will show you as soon as I can take the second skin off or whatever else. And it's going to be absolutely wild, guys. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I think it was last year when I got this one. I met one of you in the tattoo shop where I got tattooed. And I remember that actually. I think, I can't remember your name, I'm so sorry, but I remember meeting you because my tattoo artist, which is my girlfriend's best mate, that's how I know that tattoo artist, was tattooing you. And then we said hello on your way out, I think. And I can't remember what you were having done. Something on your arm, I think. If you're watching, please give me a wave in the comments because I remember meeting you and it was really awesome. Because it was kind of like, I'd never told anybody I was going to Ireland. Why would anyone find me in Ireland just randomly walking into a tattoo shop? I had no makeup on. I looked an absolute state. And they were like, what are you doing here? And I was like, I know. I know. It's random. But that was really fun. Honestly, I wish I could like meet more of you. I don't really meet you enough. It's quite sad, really. Is that enough? Do we think that's enough? I want this to be enough so much. Let me put this pole in first. I am going to unfortunately sacrifice a little bit of watering potential. I'm just going to put that in. Yeah, I haven't even got to your questions. How bad is this? I am terrible, guys. I'm really terrible. Let's have a look. There's a question here. What do you think went wrong with the Rare Plant Shop? Now, I haven't decided whether it's a podcast or a main video on here. I will let you know. I'm still sort of toying with that. I'm going to do a video on pitfalls of a shop and like things shops to watch out for. If you actually want to know specifically what went wrong with my shop, I cannot speak today, then I have a podcast on that and it's linked below in like the podcast section. So have a watch that. I go into full details about why the shop failed, in my opinion. And it was like a 12-step process of things that were just slowly killing the shop. So if you really want to know, and I mean like nitty gritty, I did not hold back at all, then feel free to watch that. That should answer all of your questions. The amount of people, and I don't know what's got people talking here. Something's got people talking because no one's ever asked, and now everyone is asking. A lot of people are asking about Ben from the show. Ben. Like what happened to him? Nothing's happened to him. I'm still in business with him, guys. He co-runs Nurture System with me, so we are still in business. You've just not seen him because I don't make content like that, I suppose. And you probably won't ever see him, but he is alive and well, if that's what you mean. Hang on. It's going to be noisy. Whee! He is alive and well, and we do work together. I see him, a few days a week here and there. I pop into him in passing, like he goes to the same gym as me, so I see him here and there, walk past him. Sometimes we work together. A lot of our work is done slightly separately, but yeah, he exists. He is alive. All is well. Sorry, I'm looking for a man in finance. I'm definitely not looking for a man in finance. My God, can you imagine? What a banger of a song though. It's funny. I was on Spotify, like, I don't know, a week ago or something, right? I was not looking for a man in finance. We've established this. Looking for some good cardio music for the treadmill, right? And there is a playlist on Spotify. It is fucking lit, right? It's something like The Gym But Make It Gay. Let me see what it was. It's so funny. Oh, please, 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 please. If I search. Yeah, lifting weights but make it gay, right? Guys, boys, you have created the most banger of a cardio playlist. I didn't know what to do with myself on the treadmill. I actually did not know what to do with myself. Hats off to you. Absolutely incredible. RuPaul, fucking everything. Amazing. So that's a massive segue from the Ben conversation, but it's because I said gym. Can you tell I live at the gym right now? Wait, have I done something silly here? Yes, I put it on backwards. This tape is actually quite nice. It's very gentle compared to the other Velcro tape that I have. Like, this is very harsh. So it wouldn't hold anything insane. I got this with my little Mossify kit that I got a while ago. I've got a discount code for that, by the way, that I think is... I'll put it on the screen. And it is actually really gentle on your plants to the point where I didn't know how it worked or it was going to stick, but it is quite nice that. It's not going to hold anything really, well, I mean, it would if you cut it long enough, but you know what I mean? It's not going to hold anything substantial, but I do quite like it. So, listen. Sorry, I'm trying to study this. I've not made this tight enough because that plant should not be able to move how it be moving right now. Get on. Right. Get on. I feel like I'm talking to my pony. Get on. Right. Let's get some more in there. Wow, what the hell is going on with this? Right, this needs pulled in place. That is part of the issue. Right, guys, I'm just going to have to very quickly fill this because it's not gonna do what I require of it. No. Stay straight. It's about as straight as me right now. Oh my God. Okay, oh my God, my kitchen, RIP, my kitchen, honestly. This kitchen gets some punishment, let me tell you. I've got nowhere else to repot, guys. I'd love to have like a conservatory or something like full of plants and, oh, be really nice. I would build onto this house, but one, can't afford it, lol. Two, I think the money it would cost, I wouldn't really build on, I mean, I'm assuming that's what you guys call it in America, I actually don't know, conservatory, like sunroom, whatever you want to call it. I would actually build on, but I wouldn't do it unless the money I spent building, you know, extra shit actually went onto the value of the house. Otherwise, you're literally throwing your money away. I mean, this house isn't even finished. Like, I still have paint swatches on the walls upstairs in the bedroom. It's not the sexiest thing on planet Earth, especially now that my bedroom is sometimes occupied, if you feel me. I've had no complaints so far about the swatches, but I should probably do something about that. To be honest, I'd feel pretty insulted if my girlfriend came over and she was preoccupied with the swatches on my walls. You know what I mean? I don't imagine that's a problem that she has. Anyway, right, I'm going to pop this into here. And then we're going to try and work our magic. I know this is absolutely grim, by the way. I do know this. Maybe I can, you know what? Maybe I can try and clean this. Hang on, because this is vile. And we're not in the shop anymore. We have to try and be aesthetic, guys. We can't just be slapdash anymore because we need to try and look cutesy and sexy. So I'm going to try and clean it. If it doesn't clean, right, I've tried. And none of you can have a go at me. I have literally tried. There we go. Let me just... Oh wow, it doesn't do anything. Are you joking? Are you actually joking though? No way. Let me spray it on neat. No. Guys, no word of a lie. Right, okay, so basically gross. I do have some clean ones. I can always swap it out, but oh my goodness, that's bad. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. So I'm going to put that in there. Bosh. So I've sort of attached it here, it is well and good and it's fine, but I want, can you see this? I don't want this. This is not what we asked for. We asked for sexy. So I almost want to encourage that to grow up. So I need a very loose one there, and then I need one there as well. And we can sort of, do you see what I mean? If I get it to do that, that's kind of nice. But to do it, we're going to have to basically use all of this tape, which is kind of sad. Let me just have a look at this. So I want to put this up. Ooh, can I do 2 in 1? I can put it around that as well, actually. Is that kind of cute? I feel like, meh. It's not ideal, but then these two are going to have to be like that. Do you see what I'm getting at? Oh, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Right, how do we make that happen? Oh, let me get another question. I've tackled like 2 questions. Apologies. I just love to talk. You know what I'm saying? God, the amount of questions about Ben, guys, are crazy. What is going on? Someone started a discussion or something. I don't understand. This is like very out of the ordinary, I would say. Someone's asked me why the Nurture Sister account is gone. It's not. That's very odd. Do you mean the Red Plant Shop account? Because it's pretty self-explanatory why that is gone. But the Nurture System account on Instagram is very much there. So I don't know what you're talking about there, to be honest. I don't know how I can get this to be really sexy, but believe me when I say I'm gonna try. I almost think that I have to get it round like that. You almost need like a massive one where I don't cut this and I just sort of let this do that. Do you see what I'm trying to achieve with this? Can you see the vision? Sorry, I need to actually stare at this plant a little bit. Sorry, we'll move that out of the way because it's very distracting. I need to stare at it a bit because I know what I want, you know? I know what I want. This is not right. I want to move this one. Like, I know I'm asking a lot of this plant because it has grown ridiculously gnarly. But how do you think that looks? That's not bad, is it? I just want it to look good. Does it look good from this angle? Absolutely not. Like, oh my God. Like, Jesus. But the rest of it, I think that might be as good as we're going to get, to be honest. Don't worry, I'm going to feed him. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. He's just going to have to be how he is. With him, I don't really know... Sorry, I will roll this up. I don't really know what the growing process is going to be with him. It's usually good because it's glorious. And I've mentioned this before, guys. It's just an easy-ass plant. Look at that. I want him to... I know what I want from him. It's rude of me to ask him for it because he's only just been propped up. I want, like, this kind of... See what I mean? I want that. And it's sort of doing it. It's sort of doing it. What if I manipulate a bit? It's just what I want. It's just what I want. And no, not everything has to be sexual. I know this. I know people say this all the time. Why are you talking about making plants sexual? Listen, why do we have them? Why do we have them if not to make them look sexual? I think that's all right. It's not even in the frame. Let me adjust this frame. It's not even in the frame. Let's have a little fix of that. Hang on. There. That's better, isn't it? But we're going to feed him. Let's get my stuff out. Where have I put the stuff? It's up here. Yeah, I literally, guys, I've been so inspired to sort this guy out. And you know what? I'm so glad that I did. I am so, so glad. He definitely is going to need some number 3. That is for sure. 100,000,000%. And he will definitely need some number 1 because he needs a feed. And honestly, this plant responds to my feed so well, so well. It keeps it really nice and dark and sexy. By the way, just before anyone asks, this is still my feed. If you've missed a video here and there, you won't know. But I am releasing, it's being phased out. This guy, this is my Nurture System number 1. It's now in a bottle. You asked, I answered. Listen, the only reason it was in a pouch before is because it was more cost effective, because it was so expensive to release a fertilizer that you've designed yourself. It's not white labeled. It's not a case of just someone else doing all the work and then me putting it in a bottle or whatever else. It was obviously made from the ground up. So it's cost me quite a bit and it's taken me a while to be able to get the bottles. And not only that, when I was looking for bottles for the longest time, I could find a black bottle, but I could only find like a red or a white cap. I couldn't find a black cap. And a lot of the time I could only find 1 litre bottles. So this is a 500ml, do not be fooled. But now it matches the rest of them and it's happy days. It's really happy days. So you will get them eventually. If you are in the US of A and you buy things, you know, my stuff from shops, they will be getting those. I'm not sending pouches overseas anymore. I'm just sending the bottles. So you will be able to get your hands on a bottle. Now, a few people have said, oh my God, please don't raise the price. It's not the same price. It's the same price. I took the cost. I ate the cost. So you can have a better container. So there you go. Feedback for y'all. I do try. I really do try. I know the pouches were a little bit annoying. I completely get it, but it was a necessary evil to get the product out to you. It's not something I wanted to permanently have. So that's all that's going in. And if you can see, you probably can't. Number 1 and number 3. Because that's honestly what I tend to feed most things with. The only time I will feed things like number 2, because it's more for flowering response, is stuff like begonia. I will be feeding Hoya and things like that. I've not been able to use number 2 very much because of those reasons, but that's what I'll be using that for. Number 4, which is CalMag, I don't really reach for it. I don't need to. If I had a really fussy anthurium, then yes, I would reach for it. But generally, my anthurium are very happy on what I give them. You guys know this, you've seen my tours, so I don't use that either, really. Nurture Spore, I use that less, and I think it's because I'm lazy. There's no actual reason why I don't use it much. I do use it, but it's like a special occasion thing, whereas this is like run and gun, quick stuff. I don't really need to use number 3, but I think when I repot anything, it's just become a habit of mine to actually use number 3 because it's for like obviously a massive root boost, because it's good for like plants that you've got after shipping and stuff like that. And you can literally just put this in water and put your plant in it for like 24, 48 hours or something like that. You can soak cuttings in it. Like there's so many things you can do. So it kind of makes sense to do this when I repot. But that's, he looks so ugly from the side. But you know what? It's a necessary evil. It really, really is. So let's get him watered. I realise that the pot underneath is gross, but honestly, 1, I will fix it in due course. I don't have time today. I really want to see my pony while it's good weather. I've only got a couple of hours of light left in the day, so I really want to go and see him. He deserves that. Yeah, I don't have the time, but you've got to also remember, guys, the level of neglect that this plant has had, it's gonna be fine. Like, it's gonna be fine. This plant's not even had water for months. Like, I'm surprised it even looks how it does. It should look really bad, and it just doesn't. So I'm really taking my time and making sure I actually cover everything. I am kind of targeting the moss pole, but there's not a lot of points. It doesn't really have aerials yet. It probably will take about 1 litre, maybe a little bit less. I'll probably put a full litre in just because, why not? Like, most of the plants and the way that I plant my plants, if I overwater these, as long as it's not to an extreme, then they don't throw like a fit if I go above the watering limit. That's probably got technically too much water in it, but it's honestly, the way I do my plants, it's fine. Because I plant them a little bit higher up anyway to give them a chance to like grow into it. Now, honestly, maybe he's supposed to, I don't know, guys. I want him to do his thing, and he will. Yeah. Does he look good there? I just want it to look cool. Does he look cool? Tell me he looks cool. He looks pretty nice, I've got to say. Considering he looked very gangly, I think he looks absolutely great. That, guys, is today's little repot. I know it's a bit short. I'm being very selfish. I'm thinking of mainly me and my pony, and I really want to get going. Plus, I've already filmed 3 videos today, and they all need edited before tomorrow, so I will be up very late. But thank you very much for watching this. I'm really happy that I've done this. This is amazing. This was a really good decision, so absolutely buzzing with that. Stay tuned for progress on him. I have no doubt this plant won't absolutely boom. And I mean boom. Like, this is nothing. Do you know what I mean? This is just a random cutting that was neglected. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. So stay tuned for that. I will let you know how it goes. And until then, guys, if you like this video, please leave a like down below. Lets me know that you basically enjoy my content. And if you haven't already, I would absolutely love it if you could subscribe. Subscribe for him. If don't do it for me, do it for him. Look at him. He's beautiful. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. And I'll see you later. Bye.